Welcome back to our lessons on percents. Today we're going to be comparing fractions to percents and percents to other percents using inequalities. So you're going to be using the greater than, less than, and equal signs today. All right, let's jump right in. So here we have something pretty simple, I would say. Which sign makes the statement true? 10%, well, that's equal to 10%, of course. Which sign makes the statement true? Well, they're not giving us anything hard, are they? 66% is equal to 66%. Which sign makes this statement true? Okay, these are both percentages. We don't need to do anything to compare them, except for look at their place value. So here we have a 1 in the 10th place, and we have a 6 in the 10th place. So this number is larger since they're both have the whole number 92. Again, very similar. So we're just basically comparing decimal numbers, but we're calling them percentages. Which sign makes this statement true? So we start at the beginning, the whole numbers, they're both 56. And if you needed to, sometimes it's easier if you write them out and line up the decimals. So 56 and 92 hundredths. So the 56 is the same. Now I need to look at this one because we start from the left and we move our way to the right. Okay, so this number is bigger. Okay, this one is exact same numbers. This is where it starts to get a little more challenging. You may know that 3/4 is the same as 3/4, and 3/4 is worth 75 cents. So that's 75% because 4/4 equals $1, so that's like 175%. If you didn't know that, though, what you would do is you would do 3 divided by 4. Now you can't do that, so you add a decimal and a 0. Oops, I did not mean to write a 4. 4 goes into 30 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. When I subtract, I get 2. I bring down another 0, and 4 goes into 25 times. Then I would move the decimal 2 times to get 75%. Okay, so there's 2 strategies that you could use. So that means that this one is larger because that was 75%. All right, 1% and 1/4. 1/4 of $1 is 25, so it's 25 cents. Again, you could divide it. I'll try to go quickly. We're going to need to add a 0. 4 goes into 10 2 times. Oops, I'm messing up all sorts. And I bring down my 0, and that goes in 5 times. And then, of course, I need to move my decimal 2 times. So I have 25%. So 1% compared to 25%. Okay. Remember, 1/2 is the same as 50% because it's half. So 84 is going to be larger. Okay, 95%, and then we have 3/5. I can do this strategy where I make it a 10 on the bottom. And then I say, okay, I'm going to multiply by 2. So I have to do it to the top. So that makes that 6, and then I make it 100 and add a 0 to both. So 60%. Otherwise, I could have done the other strategy. 3 divided by 5. And got the same answer. You choose what you want to do. But 60% is going to be less than 95. Okay, on this one, you have 2/5. I think for this one, I'm going to use this strategy because it's a 5 on the bottom, and that's a little bit easier for me to do, or faster rather. So what I did is I multiplied by 2 on the bottom to get to 10, so I had to do the same on the top. So 2 times 2 is 4. And then I add the 0 to make it 100, and so I have 40%. 40% is definitely less than 80%. Okay, on this one, I can use that same strategy and make it a 100 on the bottom. So 50 times 2 equals 100, so now I have to do 17 times 2. So I've done 7 times 2 is 14, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So 34 over 100 is 34%. So that is more than 26%. Okay, now we have 1/5. Some of these fractions you'll get used to and you'll start memorizing their percentages. 1/5. I multiply by 2, so I multiply by 2 on the top. 2/10, I'm going to add that 0. 20 is greater than 8. Okay, 6 over 25. I'm going to go ahead and turn it to 100 because I know those quarters. I know that 4 quarters are in $1, so I'm going to multiply by 4 on the bottom and the top. And I get 24. 24 hundredths is 24%, which is less than 40%. Alright, this one I can look at it and I know that 67% is the same as 67 over 100 because 67 over 100 is 67%. Alright, do you remember what 3/4 is? I remember that's 75, and that's 75%, because remember, a quarter means 1/4. So we have 3/4, that's 75. We have 9% and then we have 11 over 100. 11 over 100 is 11% because anytime it's over 100, it's already there. So I know 11% is more. Okay, does anybody remember what 2/5 percentage was? If not, we can do it. Okay, multiply by 2. So I have to multiply by 2. And then I add my 0. 40%. Ooh, that's really close, but 2/5 is more. All right, well, 2/5 was 40%. Do you think that 4/5 is going to be 80%? We can try it out and see. 4/5 equals, we're going to make it a 10 because that's easy to make into a 10. Multiply by 2, multiply by 2, and then add my 0 to make it out of 100 because percents are out of 100. 80% is equal to 80%. Alright, we have one more and then we'll probably be at 90. Alright, we have 1/5. Well, we know we've been multiplying by 2. So we're going to multiply by 2. Add that 0. So 20% is greater than 17%. Alright guys, I hope that you understood, and I look forward to working with you later on determining if a fraction or percent is greater in word problems. See you then.